dental checks, which is a free dental check at Kim's Dental Center. And since 200 of you all are there, so what we are going to do is we will give you vouchers, and then you can walk in and get a free dental check, because they are the ones who will select Mrs. Smile. So we have 7 categories other than the winner, first runner-up and second runner-up: Mrs. Smile, Mrs. Brains, Mrs. Bollywood, Mrs. Beautiful Hair, Mrs. Beautiful Skin. So we have these, Mrs. Fashionista. So we have these categories also, which come through different entries. So Mrs. Beautiful Smile is given by the dental department, Mrs. Beautiful Skin is given by Sasha, and Mrs. Bollywood is given by Fever FM. Likewise, we have entries from different portals. And the last 3 winner, first runner-up and second runner-up, will be chosen from the 40 of them on the grand finale event. So this is about Mrs. Mom, and the winner of the event will go with a free suite room delivery for the mother. There will be free billing, and you will have perks also, and a free cord blood banking. So all goodies worth of 3 lakhs. You all can have your own competition. And one small thing that I wanted to announce is, we are planning for an underwater photo shoot for pregnant women this year, which is one of its kind, which only celebrities have done. So my hospital CEO, Dr. Abhinay Bolineni, with my idea, he was interested, and his wife is coordinating this session. The photographer is Miss Shweta, yeah, and she is an underwater photographer, and she is doing it this time for us. It's a very expensive thing, but yes, we are going to do for our pregnant women. Anybody who's interested, the label Shatabdi, who's first, we are looking forward for healthy pregnancies, healthy mothers. We always want to promote organic food, because that's the way things go well into the next generation. And we have our partners, LifeCell. LifeCell is about cord blood banking. And for tomorrow's future, you should always be prepared. And storing umbilical cord stem cells is very futuristic. Why it is futuristic? Because stem cell therapies are the entire future treatment options. Not only you can store your baby's stem cells, which you can be used by the baby, by the other siblings if they are, by the parents, by your parents, that means the baby's grandparents. It can also be a method of preserving the next generation's life, because stem cells can be used in more than 500 therapies. You have an insurance backup with that scheme, and it's about 25 lakhs of insurance that comes with the scheme. And whenever there is a problem, you can address to the problem with that insurance, and it's worldwide, and it works for 70 years. And 70 years is too big to analyze, and preserving your umbilical cord blood stem cells of the baby is very important. That's the next generation guidance that we can give you. And we have our sponsors, Kim's Dental, Nushka Kitchen. Nushka Kitchen, I've particularly asked them to come from Jaipur. There are no outlets in India anywhere else other than Jaipur. Why I chose them? Because they have ancestral combinations of products that help heal in pregnancy and post-delivery. They're very strengthening, they're very nutritious, and very helpful for pregnant women. And they have accepted, and we have a counter of Nushka also in hospital. And Click to Clinic, they give varied services for pregnant women in terms of nursing help and home care. And post-delivery also, they have nursing help and home care, which you can contact them. The next numbers, 31 to 40, can please go get their batches. And we have Desi Collar. Our concept of introducing sustainability in living by organic ways of living, wherein you should choose weaves and healthy colors diet, because everything on your body, into your body, goes to the baby. So before you think about wearing anything on a routine basis, you should think whether it can harm your baby, especially in terms of color, texture, and clothing. So that's her line to it. She is Mansi Vuppala, and she heads the label Mansi, House of Mansi, and she has few products in that. Desi Collar is her couture line, and Live Pure is her line, which elaborates more on stress management with aromatherapy in terms of oils, in terms of roll-ons, in terms of soaps, in terms of scrubs and all that. And we have our venue partner, Hightex, who have obliged to give the hall 2 for the grand finale event. And Hair Crush and Mirrors Group are our main sponsors from last 5 years for the makeup and grooming. They do grooming and makeup only for IFA and Mrs. Mom. No other event do they even venture or get into. So the quality of people who are coming to groom you is so high. They either do IFA, magic looks that you've seen for pregnant women, and there are about 20 people or 25 people who come on that day and create magic with pregnant women, delicate skin, yet they give international looks that will help match the clothing line. And we have Omniceutics, our partner, who helps us with the nutraceuticals and vitamins that pregnant women need. And we have Sheraton, who have sponsored for the, this pre-events. We have 4 pre-events in Sheraton. And Lakshya Digitals, he is my digital marketing manager, who is the brain behind taking Mrs. Mom onto social media and the last couple of months of social media buzz that we created. And we have Lilac Insights, we have Centro sponsoring, we have Minito, we have Hybiz, we have Brahmakumaris, we have Sasha, we have Fever FM, and we have another sponsor, Shatabdi Organics. Yeah. So all of them. Hi Divya, we welcome Divya. She's been, she delivered with me, and she's a life coach who wants to transform women's life, especially the ones who are planning pregnancy, the ones who are pregnant, and ones who are post-delivered. And her talks, her patience influences people to become the best of them. She will be talking today. The next set of people can go from about 50 onwards, 40 onwards, yeah, 41 to 50. So every event, you will have access to photographers. They will click your pictures and all the picture access will be given to you. You can create your own memories. There are 2-3 batches of photographers who will be taking. First group is from Minito, second group is from Hybiz. They would be taking your pictures, and with your badge numbers, if you can give a picture. In the finale event, we'll have streamlining of the pre-event pictures along with women who are walking, and we will be able to make a portfolio of it. And so is why that you should be wearing your M, and you can interact with them, you can give your bites, you can give your opinions, you can give your whatever you want to talk, you can talk to them. They will play them on the Fever FM as an output, and then we will have an interaction session, and you can give your feedbacks whenever anybody is asking, and anything else that you have in terms of doubts, you can ask us. There is a small consent form for the event. There's a small consent form for the event where we ask for a small consent that you're participating in this event. This consent forms will be brought to you and you have to sign. So why did we start Mrs. Mom is something that I wanted to tell you. Remotest places, the most rural areas where there was no doctor indeed. There my career started, and I have seen lot of people, lot of varied women from the rural background where they used to do BDs for a livelihood. There was drought in 2001 till 2004, and in that drought only BD workers used to do BD so that they will survive on that thing. And basic, the basic infrastructure was lacking. Care for the pregnant woman was lacking, where we worked in the rural area to influence pregnant women, how to help Anganwadis distribute the protein powders to the pregnant women, distribute eggs to the pregnant women, and minimal amount of medications that will influence their life. But then from there I entered Hyderabad corporate hospitals. Then there I saw a different set of people. Malnutrition is everywhere. Whether it is undernutrition or overnutrition, both are not good. What I have realized there are set of problems to the rural segment where there is undernutrition, and bigger problems to the urban population where there is overnutrition. So to combat undernutrition, we need to give them the right food, and to combat overnutrition, we need to counsel them. And there came a program like this, wherein I wanted to influence obstetric outcomes so that every mother will have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy child. Gone are the days when you give double the amount of food to pregnant women. It's gone. It's gone. Because when I started my practice in 2001, pregnant women were 35 kgs or 30 kgs and 16, 18 and 20 years. Now nobody is like that. It was their growing age. We could give them anything that they want to eat in the plate, volumes of food, because their bones grew, their body was growing, and another pregnancy support. So double the amount of food, double the amount of whatever available seasonal, quantity wise they used to give them. But now it's not like that. Everybody is about 28, 30, sometimes 35, 40s also. And nobody is in that growing age, and nobody is below 60 kgs. Hardly I see anybody below 60 kgs. They are 70, 80, 90, 100 kgs, still wanting to eat the same double the amount of food, which is absolutely not correct. That is why I wanted their parents also to see the program, that they don't force feed their children. And the activities what 20 years back we used to have, they never had mixies, they never had any washing machines, they never had any maids. So everything was done by them. And yeah, the next 100 to 150, please get your badges. So they never had any house help. So there was tremendous amount of work that they used to do in the house. They used to have, families together living, and they had enough work to burn whatever they want to have, whatever they had in terms of food. But now there is technology, there's hardly walking, there is hardly work, there is everywhere digitalized technology that is available. You walk from one room to the other and the other room to the other, that's it. And rest of it is standing and cooking and nothing else. So why is there importance to that much of eating is something that I wanted to tell them. So it's about decreasing the amount of food and increasing the amount of nutritive value of food. A lot of people eat a lot of carbs, they don't eat protein. So it is important that we influence them eat protein, influence them eat the right amount of complex carbohydrates, and do not fed up of telling them don't eat. And their parents give me dirty looks and cross question, and they say that this doctor is not correct. We'll change the doctor. And they ultimately see the pain when I see pregnant women with 3.4. As an obstetrician, I know how to deliver big babies. I can deliver any baby given, but it's very difficult for pregnant women to deliver babies above 3.2, 3.3 kg because they are too big to push, because our muscles are not ready. We don't squat, we don't sit down, we don't prepare them. Our lifestyle has changed. We don't walk anymore. We use transport. So we aren't that active, and we don't do agricultural work, we don't do anything, sitting, squatting, cleaning utensils, nothing we do. And it's a real pain when big babies deliver. That's why I tell my pregnant women, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't drink milk, don't do this, just have thin buttermilk and make sure you have enough protein, make sure you have this, make sure you have that. I have a list of things not to eat. And I really called, I used to tell them before, but I felt it was working less. Now I have a printed form. You just have to follow this, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat. But why is it coming from and where is it coming from is my experience of 20 years that I've seen and the kind of problems that we are having these days. Why operative deliveries has increased? Did you ever note why operative deliveries have increased? They have increased because there is lack of physical activity and there is abundance in eating. To an extent that pregnant women don't drink water, they drink coconut water. In liters, you won't believe, in liters. I still remember, I don't know when my mom had coconut water in her life. We used to have coconut water when we have loose motions, vomitings, diarrhea, because it matches to the body fluid. There is no need of having coconut water on a daily basis, sold in 1 liter bottles, bought in 1 liter bottles, and put them in fridge and drink instead of water. So that is the amount of abundance we are exploiting. It gives 3 kgs a month without any use. There's no protein in it. Without any use. Simple plain water can be consumed. This is one of the examples that I tell them, don't drink coconut water. It's not Country Delight, which says that early morning, get up to have your freshness. Open a coconut which has half a liter of water and drink it. Bloody somebody like me will sue them. Definitely. Definitely. And it's not for everybody to do that. And coconut water used to be only 150, 200 ml. And imagine why it is 500 ml these days without any intervention. So you have to note that point. And we are not in the beach areas or tropics or outside that we sweat, lose electrolytes, and then have to have coconut water. We are sitting in our houses well under the AC and we don't need so much of coconut water. Unless and until you want to give that, credit to yourself after spending for a workout, you lose, you sweat, and you can have a coconut water, not a problem. But just simply having 1 liter of coconut water because they are selling as 1 liter is not correct. So the next set of 50 people can get their badges. So we have RJ Mansa. We have RJ Mansa who has come, and she will be talking to you, interacting to you. And
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And hi guys. Hi. Good morning to everybody. And I'm so sorry I'm dressed like this. There's a very funny story behind it, which will go down in the history of my life. And I want you all to cheer me up because I'm dressed like this at an event like this, please. Thank you so much. And welcome to Kim's Cuddles Presents Mrs. Mom Season 6. And a huge round of applause for all the moms to be present here, all the lovely ladies, because to be a part of such a thing, because I can imagine, I'm unmarried, I don't have a kid, so I can't vouch for, I can imagine how it is, but I can at least imagine how, some people might have a lot of nerves, especially first pregnancies. Okay, huge change in my life is going to change from now on, I'm going to embrace motherhood. And what a better way to embrace motherhood, than having a very memorable and joyous pregnancy, right? Having fun through your pregnancy. When you look back, I'm sure you can tell your baby, while I was expecting you, I did this, I did that, I did this. I also met a lot of mom-to-be, wherein we can share a lot, know a lot of new people, and, just build a new, I think, a network, a social network while you're expecting your baby. That's the fun part, right? So a huge round of applause to all the lovely ladies present here. And also let me tell you all, I think this is the time when you can really bully your husband to the most, right? Maximum bullying can happen. Just make them jump through the hoops, run around you. This 1 year, just to have them wrapped around your little finger, because back after that, The little one is going to keep you all wrapped around the little one's finger. So this is the time, just all the ladies, being a woman, I'm telling you all of this. And I don't know how many of you listen to radio. How many of you listen to radio? Show of hands, please. 94.3 FM, Mad Morning, 7 to 11, because that's the show I host for Fever 94.3 FM. Anyone heard my show? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, now I'll forget what I'm wearing. Thank you so much. See, I have been a part of, Kim's Cuddles Mrs. Mom last year. I went and I did a lot of fitness programs with them, therefore, I am here like this today. But I know how much fun they make the entire campaign and activity for everybody present here. So I think this is the right decision to be here on a Sunday morning with your husbands. Now, coming to husbands, on a Sunday morning, you all have gotten up and come here all the way with your wives. Really cute, man. Really cute. Like they say, all the good ones are taken. Right? A huge round of... Now you see all the men are clapping. Come on. Where's the Josh? Where's the energy? All the men. You have to be prepared for the next 9 months to do extra duty. Right? To all the men out there. On a Sunday morning, you're here to cheer for your, lady. That's fantastic. And I am so happy to be a part of this. And I'm not telling my mom I'm a part of this, then she'll be like, okay, time to get married. You're next in line. So nobody in my family knows I'm a part of this. So I am also all ready to be a part of Kim's Cuddles Mrs. Mom. Are we ready? Come on, some noise. Let's make some noise. It doesn't have to be a very quiet, semi-sli wala event. Give me a yes. Yes. Louder. Yes. Fantastic, fantastic. I love this crowd. Now, I want to ask any of you present here, what's the most exciting part of pregnancy, please? Ma'am, your name.
My name is Shilpi.
What's the most exciting part?
Baby kicks.
Oh, and what's the most challenging part?
Sleeping.
I can imagine. You know what makes me envious, because you guys get to eat a lot. Yeah, you guys get to eat so much. Tell me, how much are you eating, ma'am? There's any count, or like, this is my time, I'm going to just have my way around food?
No, I'm having it normal. I'm not having double the amount. Till now, I'm having it normal. In the first 3 months, in fact, I was not able to have food. Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. Because all the ladies in my family, I remember, used to eat like this. This is for me, this is for my baby. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot. You tell me, as a father-to-be, what's the most challenging part for you?
The change that I see, in family, and I really give applause to all the ladies, present here. So it's commendable what they go through. It's nothing for us. We can run around, whenever they want, but applause to them.
How sweet for all the ladies out there, And I also want to ask another question. What's the biggest change that has happened, like the change that you feel blatantly, oh my God, this just changed. It's never going to be the same.
For me, there's no much of change, but I could say that there's something inside me, it's like a butterfly movement like that, because I'm still in my 21st week. So I'm really excited for the kicks and all. Yeah. The rest of it is the same. It's all the same. I've been so active, and I'm trying to be as normal as the normal woman, so that it will be active for me and for my baby as well.
How sweet. See, I have reached a phase and age in life wherein a lot of my friends have babies. I have a lot of sisters, cousins. So I've seen a lot of women have children. Like my friends especially, there was a lot of confusion. Do I do this now at this stage of my life? Especially I'm working for media. My life is going to change. Do I do this or not? Will it really affect my life, my career, personal life, professional life? So many doubts. I'm sure a lot of ladies here had that. I'll tell you, once they had the baby, there was a friend of mine who used to think, I only act like a kid. Now, if I have a kid, will I be that person again? Will I be the proper mummy G types? No, she still acts like a kid. Nothing changed. Of course, her routine changes because you're responsible for a child. The routine changes, sleepless nights, yes. But I see her being the person that she was, and I see extra glow, extra energy, because she's so happy, she's giving so much love. I think motherhood is all about that. It's extension of your life. I don't think you're going to lose anything else, maybe budget. But Yeah, children are expensive. But I think motherhood definitely is the extension of your life, a beautiful extension of your life. Now I get to be the aunt, the cool aunt to all their babies, but I don't see them changing. They're still the brats that they were before becoming mothers. They still have as much fun. Their career is going just the same. Some careers got better. So if you have any such doubts that, oh, what will happen, I am pretty sure, I know I haven't had experience, but will be everything is going to only get bigger and better from now on in your life. And for that to change, that beautiful change in all your lives, I want to hear some noise. Yeah, come on, come on. You all are very quiet. What quiet mothers are you? Like saving all your energy for later. No? Very quiet mothers you all are. That is one thing. And anybody, any messages please, because a lot of you all are going through the same thing in your life. Anyone has anything to say, please, please, please. You want to say something? Oh, I thought you were moving. I've become the teacher the moment somebody, oh, you want to say something now. I don't want you all to be like nervous about that. So anybody, any message? Come on, why is the crowd so quiet? Any message at all? No one? Oh yes, lovely. I'm not wearing my chashma, I'm sorry.
Good morning, everyone. So, like as soon to be parents, I just want everyone to be a little more conscious with our living. Avoid plastic as much as possible. Carry water bottles everywhere you go out, so that you'll avoid plastic. Also, you'll save some 20 or 40 rupees. And then please switch to sustainable clothing. And then yeah, that's all. Let's be a little more conscious, and let's promise a better world to our next generations.
Your name, ma'am?
Avanti.
Avanti, what a lovely name. Thank you so much. I am no expert, but I'm somebody who deals with issues because of my show and because of my job. Every day we address a lot of issues and lot of causes and everyday problems. One thing I would want to stress on, ma'am already spoke about the physical health, your diet, your nutrition, your sleep cycle, everything is very important. One more thing I think people should give a lot of importance to is mental health, especially during pregnancies. A lot of people do not endorse therapy. I don't think you need to have a problem to go talk to a doctor. You can generally go, because there are so many times we are not aware that we are nursing stress in our mind. Most of the times, because of course, like I said, there are so many changes happening in your life, physically, mentally, the entire lifestyle is changing. Sometimes we suppress some thoughts. And we don't know that, oh my God, maybe I have a little bit of anxiety, or maybe and that stress will again affect your physical health. And I have observed, now India is of course changing, but a lot of people will think, oh, I have a problem, therefore I'm going to a counselor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or whosoever. But I would really cheer for people who would just go have a counseling session just like that, to gain maybe fresh insights, fresh joyous time, but it always lightens your load. So mental health is also a big aspect of it, and we are having more and more guests. Yeah, how many of you think, you all should, counseling will be really helpful? Show of hands, come on. Only these many. It really helps. And this is coming from somebody who day in and day out talks to counselors because of my job. And like I said, you don't really need to think, okay, problem hai, main tabhi ja raha hu. You can just go to unload. Yeah? Hello, hello. So anybody else, such lovely messages, yeah, such lovely messages. I want to find one naughty mom to be. Anybody, nobody looks naughty. Everyone looks like good girls. Here, Yash, you look pretty naughty. Tell me, any messages to all the husbands out there?
Actually, we are expecting our second child. I have 2.5-year-old daughter. I'm Srijana, and my husband is taking care of my first child at home. Yeah, she's sick today, so he couldn't come here. And all the fathers, please take care of your child as like her as mother only. Yeah, and give her some, have patience more than mother, please. Because they'll get frustrated after delivery. First 3 months will be very difficult. With experience, I'm telling. My husband was very helpful for me, and he used to make burp for my baby, and he used to make sleep her, and please helpful. That's it.
Thank you, Srujana. Thank you. That was lovely. That was, like I said, all the good ones are taken. Nothing. Agree or not? Girls, come on, come on. And for your husband, and you'll be running your household, and you will have a job to take care of. Where is the me time? So having some fun without any guilt. Unapologetically, this is my me time. I'm going to go meet my friends. I'm going to go watch a movie, or I'm going to get my nails done. These things to a lot of people might sound trivial, but these are the little things which actually brightens your day up. Why not? Right? You want to say something, please.
Hello, I'm Dhara. As you said that you should be a little selfish, I think I've started becoming selfish because yeah, earlier I used to give him the extra slice of pizza. Now I have the extra slice of pizza.
Fantastic. I love that. You know, no matter how much I tell my mother will always think everybody needs to eat first and then she will eat when she knows everyone has had their fill. Doesn't have to be like that. Doesn't have to be like that. And they feel guilty. Oh my God, I am out having fun. I should be doing something for my family in this time. No, your time is just as important, and I want all the ladies not just do it, but be unapologetic about it. And make sure you get that me time, because it's a very short life for all of us. You can't always keep doing one thing, and that's always for others. I know a lot of ladies have this syndrome, you know, like, no, I have to be selfless, No, please, a little selfishness really helps. Agree or not, all the ladies? Yes, please, I like it when you people talk.
We are the person who should take care of the entire family.
You want to say something? Yes, sir.
Sorry, it's not me. My son wants to talk something. Thank you.
What is his name?
Tell your name.
Same to you. Lovely. Like I said, I am somebody who firmly believes in that, and this generation in my family, we make sure the older generation, we push them. Please go to the park. Don't stay at home. Get out. You know, you don't always have to stay at home. Activities also. There are so many activities, fun things mothers can do with children only. It doesn't always have to be taking care of them or tending to them or making them study, making them eat. You can take them out and have fun. That is also there. So fun, our Indian conditioning to a large extent is that if especially a woman has fun, that's a bad thing. Not necessary. Not necessary. You're just making yourself happy, and everybody has a right to happiness, especially a provider like a mother. Right? She has a right to happiness, and she can also find it in having fun. Yeah. Ma'am, you want to say something, please? No? All right. So anybody else, any more messages? I'd love to hear it. Oh yeah. I'm so sorry, I'm not looking here. I know. I said sorry.
Hi, myself Sandeep. I don't know how many of you from Orthodox families or proper, yeah. So there is a lot of conditioning that will be done by your parents or in-laws. When you're pregnant, you both are pregnant, right? So a small advice, guys: if you wanna go somewhere, please go. It doesn't matter if you're pregnant. You're carrying your child will be fine, absolutely good. Please go there, enjoy yourself, because the moments when you're pregnant, right? If you want to eat something, if you want to go to a place, please go there, enjoy yourself, don't restrict yourself, don't listen to them at that point of time. But yeah, some points, please do take care. But please go somewhere, have some fun and enjoy that time, because that time is most precious of all. You will not be able to get that time back, right? Yeah. Sandeep. Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Shailaja, and Shailaja Sandeep actually. Okay, I'll be talking next to my husband. I was actually listening what he was talking. So yeah, I don't know how moms to be are managing the stress and all. And whenever there is a chance, I always used to tell him that this is the pregnancy stress mood swings, and he used to give me a weird look. from past 3 years, oh, that is pre-pregnancy stress or what. So I don't know how. I mean, I wanted to participate in all the events just to reduce my stress, how to manage, just to learn how to manage the stress and all. I don't know how everyone are managing, but I still want to learn.
Very important. Anybody wants to share some funda, of course, with the lovely lady? How are you ladies managing stress? Anybody? Am I not seeing any hands? Ma'am, oh yeah, here, Dhara is here. Also Anjali, please go for it.
Whenever I am in stress, I have my 4 bunch of good friends. I just call them up and just vent out everything, and that's how all my stress gets relieved.
That's one way. Anjali?
Yeah, so I usually don't take stress in usual conditions also. And yeah, exactly. So I see people coming up and telling you, like, when you're pregnant and all, people come and say, do this, do that, do this, don't do this and all. So I would only follow whatever I feel and what my baby feels to do. If I want to go, yes, I'm going. If I want to drive, yes, I like driving, I'll go out. I have a pet, and my mom is like always back of me to give away because I'm just pregnant. I can't take care of a pet. It's not like that. Pets are so humanizing. They make you feel so good, and it's just enjoy this phase of 9 months, and after that also, yes, it's another phase for every woman. So yeah, just take it as easy peasy, enjoy every phase. You have vomitings, you have mood swings, everything. It's very common, every pregnancy is different, but make sure that you're having the positive side of it and don't leave that. Yeah.
Perfect. But she also eats whenever she's stressful. No? Another thing is, I'm coming. Another thing is, there will be a lot of advice bombarding you, a lot of advice. Yeah, she's like, oh. I'm sure, to face the amount of advice you're getting, you will bog down under that. To block what is unnecessary and to take what you need constructively, that judgment is very important at this point of time. A lot of advice will be coming your way, do's and don'ts and whatnots, not just about the health, about how you should be or shouldn't be. So be very careful, block most of the things off. Coming to managing stress, ma'am is ready. Coming to managing to stress before I go, I'll tell you one little tip that I follow and it has worked wonders for me. This is not just for pregnant women, this is for everybody. Somebody had given me this advice. I used to maintain a chart for my waking hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, however many hours you're functional for in a day. So, and I would have a set of moods, 6 to 7 moods, happy, sad, angry, fearful, and you need to put an alarm. Every hour, I used to go put in the tabular column, this hour, the alarm would go off 10 minutes before the hour would end. Now I'm angry. Now I'm stressful. Now I'm happy. Now I'm sad. If you're putting in a negative mood or negative emotion in that box, the suggestion is to do something very small that will cheer you up. Now you're evaluating your own moods. Say if I put in angry, what will drive the anger away? I'll listen to my favorite song. You'll calm down. I'll just maybe take a couple of deep breaths and I'll just do yoga or meditation for 1 minute. You'll calm down. You call your favorite person up. You calm down. You go look at your pretty pictures. You calm down. So, evaluating your moods, because when you know, you're aware that there is a little bit of stress, you will get rid of it. So, if you document it, it really, really helps. This is something that has really helped me. You all should try. Ma'am was here. Okay. That really helps. And somebody wanted to say something. Okay. Yeah. Somebody here put the hand. Yeah.
Hi everyone. I am Meghna. I congratulate all of you for being a part of Mrs. Mom. So I want to tell you something about before pregnancy. Everyone used to ask me that when are you getting pregnant? This is a very difficult answer that I could say, because everyone will go through a different phases. Yeah. Because that is their personal choice, and everyone has to obey their choices, and everyone in the family should support any parent, maybe husband or mother, they both should need that time to pick the choice when they want to actually have a child, when they actually want to get a child into this environment. And also, once we get pregnant, don't make everyone feel like she's so delicate. Yeah. Don't do that, please. We are very strong. Carrying a baby is something is very strong. And I feel like maybe we sometimes we feel like we are alone here, but think that we have a baby in our tummy, and we are not alone. Coming here, and thank you.
One of the best messages ever. Your name, ma'am, your name. Huh? Meg, that's one of my favorite names. Meghna, hi, lovely. That was one of the best messages. Thank you so much. What a lovely crowd. What vibrant mothers and supportive husbands. Somebody wants to talk. Yeah, we have one more message from another mommy to be.
Hello all. Actually, I am second time participant. Last time also I have participated. What I want to share is motherhood is a very good journey, and you should always, take a chance. So what happens these days is people get married late, then they take so much of time, as you have mentioned earlier, ki people take so much of time, they are just scared to get pregnant or how their life will change or everything. So as your age increases, right, the complication increases. Okay. So I'm a second time mother. So I already have a 3-year-old child. But what happened last time is I had to abort my baby due to abnormalities. Okay, so I just wanted to share ki as your age increases, complications increases. So make sure that you don't get scared of motherhood and take your chance as early as possible. Okay, that's the message I want to share.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And ma'am is here. I think we'll move on to the next phase of the event. But before I go, thank you so much for talking to me, listening to me. An unmarried girl standing and talking to a room full of pregnant women. So sweet, you paid attention. So thank you for that. And before I go, are all the moms to be fragile? Yes, no? Yeah. Are they going to have some me time? Yes. Fantastic. Are they going to be pampered? Yes. Fantastic. Lovely, lovely. Have fun. This is Ajay Mansa. You'll find me on Fever 94.3 FM 7 to 11, 6 days a week. Thank you so much. One more message.
Hello all moms to be. This is Rachna Pandey. If it's your first pregnancy, then happy pregnancy. And if it's your second or third pregnancy, then happy parenting plus pregnancy. One funda I would like to share. If it's your first pregnancy, please enjoy to the fullest, because first pregnancy will never return back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. And I think you should put your hands together for Ajay Manasa. She's done an amazing job. Thank you so much, Manasa. Pleasure to have you this morning. And all right, to go further with this, so happy to see all moms to be and dads to be here. And we are so excited. And without taking any more time, we'll quickly go to much awaited things. And firstly, I want to call Mrs. Banu from Shatabdi. So she will talk about Shatabdi Organics. I'll hand over the mic to Mrs. Banu Garu.
Good morning all. अरे जोश नहीं है और थोड़ा. Good morning. Wow. Great response. Thank you. So happy to see you all here. I would like to say pregnancy is really tough, and sorry I don't have any experience. I'm not married even. So I know how you guys are facing. I can at least connect a bit by seeing my cousins. So here, like the most part is like your food, what you intake. It should be healthy and it should be tasty also as well. So without taste, you can't eat, right? So here we are. We from Shatabdi Organics, we provide a healthy and tasty food. We bring all our traditional grains like jawar, foxtail millet, and we make
we convert them into pastas, cookies, vermicellis and soups also, instant soups. And today as a token, means like as a taste, I would like to give for all moms a small gift. Like we make this muffins with jawar flour and we have a small sweet. I know you guys will crave for sweetening this time. So we are giving jawar white chocolates, jawar brownie flavor and jawar filled chocolates. I hope you like this and I need all your feedback. And if any inquiries, we have a counter outside. You guys can come and meet us. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the very best, okay? Thank you.
And Shatabdi is available at Cuddles. And any orders that you want, you can contact them in Cuddles. So I wanted to introduce my proud team who's been there since 5 years with me, conducting Mrs. Mom, and without them, nothing would have been possible. And I want you all to know all their faces because they will be one point in contact with all of y'all. And any trouble, any problem, you can contact them. The first and foremost is Anshul. Anshul, where are you? So Anshul is the mastermind in refinement. So though it is my idea of Mrs. Mom, but he's been doing the refinement from years and everything as far as coordination and everything is concerned, that's Anshul. Come Anshul. And the next I wanted to call is our center head, Rohini. She is center head for Cuddles and she is in charge for from the management side to streamline things. And my doctors, my core team and my to-do people along with my reels is Dr. Ankita and Dr. Noor. They are gynecologists in my team. We also have Dr. Ujjwala. She's on duty in the hospital. We also have Dr. Sonia. She's covering up my absence in the hospital. So hospital will be functioning and we have our team members here. And we have our core team, which is very, very important. We have Shija, we have Pratima, we have Nirmala, and we have Rani. And Shija, Pratima and Nirmala have been along with me in the labor room since day one. Our delivery, support, exercises, everything at Jubilee Hills. It's Ibu Care, we just recently started. And where's Rani? Okay. So she'll be coming. And we have Shri Ram again, who is in charge of the diet, the main elements of what we want to create in pregnant women's life. He is in charge of Nushka and Shatabdi counters at Cuddles. And we have Raju, who is in charge of the floor, the OPD floor in Cuddles, where every one of you will have any issues, you can contact him. And we have Lakshya. He's my digital expert. He's the mastermind behind the things going on recently. Though we do all our part, he's the one who's projecting it to everybody. And yeah, Isaac is also there in our team from 5 years. He's our event organizer, MC. And we have Monica, who is our floor manager at Cuddles, the 4th floor, where it's all about mother and child. She's one point of contact for the inpatients. And this is a very small team, and we have some other team members who are there working for us on duty today. And we have the nurses, the support staff, the doctors here. Any problem we'll be taking care of. We have an ambulance outside. If there's any issue, you'll be shifted to the hospital and given care. That will be there for the entire events, even for the finale. The backup is all set. Maximum is what you'll go in labor. That's it. So that's why we even accept women who are just for due also. What maximum will happen, you will go in labor. So the last year we had Farhan Begum, who attended the last event, and the day of the finale she delivered in the morning. So these things happen with pregnant women, and so this is my core team, and thanks to all of them, and they will be coordinating. So 0 to 50 numbers. Who's coordinating 0 to 50? Pratima is coordinating 0 to 50 numbers. 51 to 100 is Shija. 101 to 150 is Nirmala, and 151 to 200 is Rani. Rani, she's outside. She's busy there. And any numbering that you have, you can coordinate with them, and they'll be in one point in contact. So over to you, Isaac.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think you should put your hands together for all the people who have been put up, because these guys are the ones who have been working really, really hard. And ladies and gentlemen, without taking any more time, I would say that it's time for Cuddles Mrs. Mom, alright, audition 6. So is that okay if everybody can please stand up for a moment, because you have been sitting for a long time. So please stand up, everybody, please stand up. We'll do one quick warm up and then we hit to the main thing what we can, because you need somebody wants to just free their hands, free their legs. Alright, at the count of 1, if that's okay, can we all clap together? One clap. Ready? 1. Only one clap. 1. Good mummies and daddies, your children are hearing you. So they will also follow the instructions like this. Alright, 1. Okay, when I say 2, you all snap together. Chutki marna hai, chitke yalandi. Ready? 2. Your babies are hearing you well. Alright, 1, 2. Okay, when I say 3, you have to say your name. Alright, you have to say your name, not my name or anybody's name. Your name. Ready? When I say 3, you have to say your name. 3. What was the name, by the way? Was it in Chinese or whichever language? I don't know. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for all the names. You can be seated. Please put your hands together for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to Cuddles Mrs. Mom Season 6 by Dr. Shilpi Reddy. Please put your hands together for Shilpi. Alright, even my baby has been delivered by Dr. Shilpi Reddy. So I also fall in the same category wherever you guys are. On the other day, me and my wife was driving home, and I was telling, ma'am is delivering a lot of normal deliveries. I was saying she's a mother of normal deliveries now. So I just gave her a name saying she's a mother of normal deliveries. She has been delivering normal deliveries. So without taking any more time, I'll hand over it to Dr. Shilpi Reddy Garu. So please take it. And we will also, and I have some dignitaries here, so we will call them on the stage. Thank you so much, all the dignitaries who are here. Firstly, I would call upon, Mrs. Divya Intha Garu to kindly come onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Divya Intha Garu. Divya Intha madam is a cosmic cradle. Mrs. Divya Intha conducts programs for people who wants to conceive through an initiative called Cosmic Cradle. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. We are so happy to be here. And next, I will take this privilege of calling upon Mrs. Shakuntala Garu, the rainbow in your life. Thank you so much, Madam Shakuntala Garu. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are so happy to have you here. And Shakuntala Madam has been a yoga teacher and a therapist, cancer coach and a counselor. She herself is a cancer survivor and a mom to a 9-year-old. Thank you. So happy to have you. Thank you so much. And please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. And next we have is Mrs. Mansi Vuppala Garu. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Mansi Vuppala Garu. Alright, she herself has been, I have been seeing her from day one. She has been that one of those right hands to Shilpi Reddy madam. So please put your hands together. And of course, she's an amazing person, no doubt about it. And she has been so supportive for all the events. She herself has got a label of Desi Collar and Life Pure Co. And she believes in sustainable clothing brand made from locally sourced handloom fabrics. And she's one of the strong believers of handloom fabrics and how that will help us in our daily lifestyle. So generally sometimes what you eat, so you are, and sometimes time has become like that, what you wear, so you are also.
So that's Rani. Rani is my sister-in-law also. She works for me at Ibu Care. That's my clinic. And she'll be in charge from number 151 to 200.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's Rani Garu again. And now, and we have these three dignitaries and the very own in-house, the mother of Mrs. Mom. Please put your hands together for Dr. K. Shilpi Reddy Garu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much. All right, okay. Now let's hear it from Dr. K. Shilpi Reddy Garu. She has something very good to say. So please put your hands together. Thank you so much, madam.
So good morning, everybody. Hope you are comfortable. So feel at home and be comfortable. Take deep breath wherever you're feeling tired. And if anybody is getting bored, lift their hands so we'll have something interacting. So this is my favorite topic because the future is only if you adapt to sustainable living. Why do we have to talk about sustainable living? Is whenever we are thinking about future, it is about the future of your children that you're going to give birth to. And it is very important that we ourselves take care of this concept. So before we begin, we'll make sure that the stage is clear so that it will be seen for the live. And there is so much of climate change, and there is so much of global warming and depletion of ozone layer. We know all of these, but are we acting on it? Are we taking care of what we are supposed to be taking care? No, right? But you are going to be parents in near future. If you don't take care of these concepts, how are we going to have the next level bright future for your kids? So we have to leave our planet healthy for the next generation. It is very important that we understand the concept and climate change and there's global warming. Decreasing the demand of natural resources, just look before you use them. Overview of everything that I'm going to talk. If it can't be reduced, reused, repaired, rebuilt, refurbished, refinished, resold, recycled or composted, never use it. It should then be restricted, redesigned or removed from production. This is one of the very, very famous quote from Pete Seeger, and this has impacted my life tremendously, where now that I, whatever that I try to do is a part and parcel of what happens in this phase and finishing. So altering methods of energy consumption, transportation and diet is what the minimal that anybody can do, and anybody can impact their lives by doing small changes in this. So I have listed some of the points that are very easy to go forward, very easy to practically form, use and understand. First and foremost is my set of thoughts. If you see my FB page, if you see my Insta page, I keep posting pictures of my house where I grow certain vegetables which are not seen in the market, which it's very easy to grow. They grow by themselves. All greens grow by themselves. You hardly have to water it once in a day. And that too quickly happens if you have drip, or it quickly happens if you have some interesting children in the house are given some work to do. So community garden, home garden and composting are one of the very important concepts of growing in-house produce. You will never know it is so easy to grow greens in the house which you can cook and eat whenever you want, fresh from the plant. And plant-based foods are the most healthiest and they are the most nutritious kind of foods that you can have, especially when you are growing them in your house, in your terrace or in your balcony or in your kitchen utility area. And the amount of wet waste that you get from your house, whether it is banana peels or fruit peels or vegetable peels, anything, You can compost them with a small compost bin in the corner of your house and use that compost for your fertilizer needs, and you will less likely land all your dust from the house into the landfills. So composting is a method that you can really use and figure out so many ways of managing your waste in such a way that it is used for you later in your house. In my house, we have tomato plants, we have brinjal, we have even ridge gourd, we have some varieties of creepers like that, and all greens, including peppers, which grow randomly. I even have one banana tree in the house, which once planted, it gives shoots again. Once you finish the, bananas coming, you cut them, again the new ones come from the next, from itself, from the plant itself. I have papaya in the house. So likewise, there are very, very easy to grow plants, and plants love you unconditionally. And you won't know that instead of walking, if you do 1 hour of gardening, it burns more calories than walking. People think that there is only one exercise. I do walking, doctor. So I always tell them there are several other ways to spend your calories, like gardening. When you garden, definitely the number of calories burnt is more. So this concept has to be encouraged and enhanced. And one small plant, if you can have it in your house, it gives you love, it gives you oxygen, it gives you whatever possible. If somebody comes to my OPD, they'll see so many plants in the OPD, because it is purifying the air for me, air for my patients. It cleanses you, it improves your aura, it gives positiveness into your life, and it also understands what you talk. It gives you that calming effect. When you are frustrated, you just turn towards that side, and that green color gives you relief. So it works under the surface. You won't believe, if you have plants in the house, you will be the happiest if you really are frustrated and you look at them. They give you everything without asking anything except for some water and some maintenance. So I always talk about practicing minimalism. There are lavish things, things that are there, but anybody who practices minimalism definitely, uses less of whatever available in the nature, and you practice that, you will always save for the next generations. The next one. So everything that you own and use is put to its maximum, purpose is something it is very important. Cut down on anything that is unnecessary. Recycle more, use less, and be more mindful. That's very important. Mindfulness is a concept that nowadays children are being taught in school, because being mindful is very, very helpful. And change the lights in your house. How does it impact sustainability? If you change the traditional lights into CFLs, again there will be lesser using of power, the shelf life is more, and I still feel that natural light should be more explored than using bulbs and everything. So daylight has to be entering into your house in such a way that you do use less of electricity during daytime. And the next one, becoming more efficient with your errands. That is, not always have any, people say that if you want to be more efficient, you have to have hybrid vehicles which run on power and then not on fossil fuels and everything. Being efficient with your errands is walking to the grocery store and buying your groceries rather than using your vehicle. So using your feet at times to go out, buy things, to go and use whatever physically that you can do is more efficient. So efficiency can be explored that way. And you can commute, you can pool, you can carpool. All these things are efficient ways of managing your errands. Then the next way that you can be very, very, free from chemicals in your house, in your surroundings, is when you use natural cleansers. Natural cleaners are very easy. As simple as vinegar and water can clean your kitchen, kitchen tiles and kitchen area. It is so easy and it is so natural, yet we use so many chemicals for it. And using natural cleaners is very important when your new child is coming into the house and you're pregnant. Imagine pregnancy, you're getting exposed to so many chemicals in cleansers, soaps, that you throw waste. With them you can make cleaners, and with soap nut you can make cleaners that clean your clothes, clean your hair. All these things are very easy to make because there's a child coming up in the house. To avoid chemicals, you can do it yourself, and you can buy stuff that is on water and killing marine life. So it's very important. Your choice what you want to use is very, very important. And that is why I always say start using natural cleaners. The next one. So increase your time playing activities that don't need sophistication. Simple reading, simple, music, antakshari, which we have lost. They don't need any technology, right? They don't need any power. They need your burning of calories, painting, coloring. So use yourself to do activities that don't need power and they don't need any external sources. So it is very important. You should spend some time reading, playing games, singing, which do not need energy. And these small points make a lot of difference when you're trying to practice them. The next one. So try to get more natural light adaptation. What does that mean? Get up when the sun is up, sleep when the sun is down. This is the way how your hormones function. Your melatonin falls in place, your sleep pattern improves, your body function improves, your efficiency in the next day improves. That is called natural light adaptation. Get up early in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock. These are the regular timings now. But whenever the sun is up, 5:30 or up, and if you're off to sleep by after 7 o'clock, that's the best thing that you do, and you really burn lesser amount of external energy. And natural light adaptation is the best mode of healing, energy, and a lot of healthy things are there. That's why our ancestors used to be very healthy, devoid of diabetes, the next one. Products which you can't use, which you can't recycle, and use methods to use only recyclable things. A line very, very, very common, but yet it has so much of meaning in it. You put one step forward to follow this. It seems to be difficult in the beginning, but you will be able to go forward and do your duty in terms of helping yourself. Walk, bike, carpool to work. This seems to be so simple to look at, but it is practically possible, and it will give you fitness to the next level and happiness to the next level. Especially when you carpool, you save so much of money. You save so much of energy, you save so much of walk. If you can use a bike, if you can take a bicycle, it all works very well in terms of your health and the futuristic health of the next generation. And one thing that I always do is unplug your devices when not in use. So this seems to be very small, it looks like, but yes, whenever you're not using any device, if you unplug that device, definitely it saves a lot of energy, not only for you, for the entire earth. And everybody, if they do this simple point, you would not know how many billions of money that you'll save on just a small thing, that unplugging and a thing that when you're not using. And another very important thing is buying a right size house, especially with a green home building thing. In metros, you have houses that are smaller in size, but if you buy a house which is well lit, so it's very important that not a big house, the right size of the house for your family. It also cut downs on your furnishings, it cut downs on what you spend on your furniture, what you unnecessarily keep maintaining them with your maids and maintaining them with all the other people. And a small house, less on lighting, furnishes, and you decrease the amount that you spend on items. And one important thing is you can buy items from second-hand stores also. It's one of the ways to recycle things. If you like an item, you can buy. And those items can also be used if you need them. And whenever you're not using any items, just sell them off to people or give them off to people where they actually can use it, rather than putting it in your stores and making them rot. So that is another very important thing, to give back when not in use. And green home building ideas and techniques should be looked into. And as far as possible, you should use daylight, and sunlight is free of cost. and decrease the use of electricity and increase the shelf life of bulbs and tubes. So this again looks very small, but it is very, very cost effective. Sunlight is free, vitamin D is free, and you yourself should be using it on a regular basis rather than taking prescription of vitamin D. Sunlight is free of cost and it gives you a lot of immunity. The pandemic of COVID has taught me one important thing. If your vitamin D is good, you will never get COVID. All of my patients are given vitamin D. They fall sick very less often. And the first prescription is vitamin D in my prescription from the last 20 years, and I haven't changed that. And it's very important that you are good in terms of your vitamin D levels constantly. That's why I advise injectable. That works very well. Stop unwanted mail, whether it is paper and electronic, both consume a lot of energy and they are not good for the environment. Practice keeping a zero energy balance budget, core of all sustainable living habits, and what you take in, you also return. Then your consumption will decrease and your expenditure will also decrease. Change your washing habits, do not waste water, and natural immunity can always be better. Take quicker showers, quicker to dishwashing and laundry. Don't have elaborate procedures, and please don't have so many obsessive compulsive disorders over washing things. Yes, COVID has taught many things, but COVID has also taught that natural immunity is much, much better than depending on any cleansers and external immunity agents. So choose renewable energy wherever possible over fossil fuels, which you should be responsible to stop climate change, and install solar panels wherever possible. So buy products with less packaging and packaging which fills the dustbins and landfills and contaminates the environment. You would not know how much of plastic is lying there on the earth, where that is a big nuisance now. So bring your own bag initiative has to be followed, and ditch the plastic where millions of years it is taking to decompose, and there's so much of effect to the marine life. Reusable is always better, and stop plastic water bottles wherever you can. That's why when you were coming in the to-do list, I said water will be available in the hotel, but it will be better if you can carry your own water bottle, because that way we can actually reduce the amount of plastic usage. So I always say that skip single-use plastic items, plastic straws, toilet papers, paper towels, plastic bags, plastic cutlery. Use non-disposable utensils wherever possible. Buy eco-friendly options, and now eco-friendly options and biodegradable options are available. It is very important that you should buy in bulk so that the packaging does not have to be going waste again and again. Replace all possible disposables with reusable ones, especially the towels, bags, razors, plates, food storage containers, diapers, batteries, pens, ink cartridges, coffee filters. There's so many of them where you should use the reusable ones again and again. Carry your own reusable shopping bags. That's one initiative that we are trying to incorporate since years, and still we see people without reusable bags coming to the supermarkets and taking them in plastic bags again and again. Observe an eco-sabbat. So use sustainable technologies, reusable batteries, solar energy, and donate your old items to people who actually use them. I love this line called Eco Sabbat, where you do not buy anything, you do not use any machine, you do not use any electrical equipment, and do not cook, do not answer phones, do not use any resources for that specific time. That decreases the carbon footprint. This is called an Eco Sabbat. And it looks like a very small thing, but for example, I'm telling you, if you follow 1 hour of Eco Sabbat, you will save 0.6% of energy annually, and 4 hours per week, 2.4% of energy annually, and 1 day a week if you follow Eco Sabbat, it will have 14.4% of an annual, energy consumption. It will save that much. Share with friends, borrow with friends, books, magazines, games, newspapers, anything possible. Because again, it decreases the consumption. The line seems to be so small, but if you practice that, it really improves your pocket. It saves money. It not only changed over to, and old t-shirts, you should change them to towels and dusters. Reuse envelope wrappers to notepads, and wherever possible, you can use digital organizers rather than using paper. And read from local libraries or online. Use recycled papers instead of normal paper. And remodeling with some green building activities is very, very important. And eco-friendly flooring materials is important. And you can use straw, you can use bale, you can use bamboo. There are so many green building modalities that are available that you should look into. There's eco cement also available nowadays, and energy efficient windows, green insulation and solar water heaters are one of the options that you can use on a daily basis in your regular life. Make your own natural chemical free products for your body and utility, and that can also be very important for your child also. So for any child care products, you should make it yourself. There are several YouTube videos that are available. All that you need is one small step towards doing that. And finally, your food. There will be elaborate discussions on food, elaborate discussions on influence of food on pregnancy, post-childbirth and child care. And the world is producing the wrong kind of food by a process that leaves millions of people homeless, landless, cashless and unable to feed themselves. And vegan diet and plant-based diet helps everyone, so that it has enough for everybody and help protect environment. So we have a very elaborate session on the diet and how organic food, how plant-based food, how food that can be sustainable in terms of pregnancy and post-delivery. We will be having entire day on that. And today Mrs. Shakundra also will be talking on that. And there are so many influences of animal husbandry on greenhouse gases. So wherever possible, let's cut down on the use of animal products. And several ways to contribute to a better world, a better beginning, with living a sustainable lifestyle, environmentally conscious. So really, there is no planet B unless runs properly with whatever errands that you do. I always say that you should buy local because it decreases chronic illnesses by eating cleaner effect because of traveling of food from various countries and various sources. And the product is closer to you. Always eat seasonal, which is fresh. Buy local, which is going to be very good for the economy, and be traditional. Those are the routes that give you the right amount of combination of foods, and your body needing foods are traditional foods. So the quantity is less these days, but yes, traditional foods are matching to your body, and your next generation should see that traditional foods coming into their plates also. Westernization has brought a lot of diseases into your system. Let us get back to our roots and get back to eating seasonal, buying local and being traditional so that the next generation is healthy. So this is an introduction talk by me. I hope few points will be followed, because this is the basis of your beginning as parents and the basis of beginning as parents positively into the next world with your children and with the limited resources that we're going to have for them. Let us preserve those resources for them so that they also see that in their future. And let us cut down on pollution wherever possible, because that's the need of the hour and that's what we want for our future kids. Thank you.
I think that was words of wisdom. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. I myself has been so much influenced I so wanted to take the copy of that and follow it every day, because it's so important for us to follow all those things which are so essential to keep a healthy lifestyle. And thank you so much for talking on sustainable living, Dr. K. Shilpi Reddy. Thank you so much, ma'am. And next, to talk about creating your children, we have Mrs. Divya Intha, madam, here. Can you please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Mrs. Divya Intha, madam. Mrs. Divya Intha, madam, conducts programs for people who wants to conceive through an initiative called Cosmic Cradle. We are so happy to have you, madam. Please put your hands together, and over to you, madam. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good to see you all. I've been here last year also. This crowd's been amazing. And we had last year in Cuddles, and I didn't expect this much crowd today. So it's great to have you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the journey of motherhood. So this is going to be an interactive session. So I want you to be open. I want you to participate. Have you been given a notebook and a pen? You've been given, right? So I want you to look at this. So let's start this session with a question. What have you done to create your child? Just look. Do you first believe that you can create your child? Or pregnancy just happens? So this will be from a little different dimension, okay? This is not the truth that I say. So I don't want you to sit there and say, I don't think she's making sense. You don't have to agree with me. Neither am I saying whatever I'm saying is not the truth. But what are we interested here for? We are here interested for power, freedom, peace of mind, and self-expression with your children. Aren't you interested for all that? Yes or no? Yes. So we're going to speak from that context. That's what we want for you. And the other interest that we have is you hand over responsible human beings for the world. You're all trained what it means to be a human being on this planet. A human being to a human being, a human being to this nature. So the work, in a small way, we're going to do that now. So I request all of you to be open. So look, what have you done to create your child? What actions have you taken? How have you prepared yourself for this pregnancy? You can write it down. I'll just take one or two sharings. But in the meanwhile, you really look for yourself. See, you're not going to show it to anybody. This is an authentic inquiry into your life, into your relationship with your child. What have you done as a father, as a mother? What have you done to prepare for this pregnancy? And if you think I'm already a perfect father, you will get to see in the next few months, okay? Pregnancy and parenting brings out the best and the worst in you. So be prepared for it. Yeah, any one of you would like to share? What have you done? You please raise your hand so we can, yes. Can somebody support with a mic? Is somebody there? Yes. Yeah, just a moment, please. In the meanwhile, keep looking. Just to share, I also delivered, before the mic comes, I also delivered with Dr. Shilpi, and I had my baby after 11 years of my marriage. So that's where I started inquiry into this kind of work.
And I would like to add here that this is my second pregnancy. So planning this, I have started with my mental health, yoga. I have started that even before starting conceiving. And then I have also started looking more on the diet, nutritional diet, and I'm still learning and how to incorporate it in my life for the more better health of my family, my kids.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, Priyanka. Yeah. So I will not go much into the dietary part. I will work more with your context in having a child, because that's being dealt by Shilpi and the other speakers who will speak after me. You want to share too? So I will give you more opportunities to share, just because we have many speakers in the interest of time. Yes. So it's very important to have a powerful question, because questions gives rise to powerful answers. See, we're all so used to having answers and satisfied with the answers. So I want you to stay with the question, why do I want to have this child? Really look, why do you want to have this child? When I got married, I was 24. I said 26, one child, 28, the other child. I didn't know why I should have a child. All my friends are getting married, I'll also go. I just had. Then I had a miscarriage. Then I thought, okay, my father is saying you should have a child now. Somebody told me, it's good, for your marriage to work, have children. So really look, why are you having this child? Is it because your parents are expecting? Is it because you're the only one in your friend circle who doesn't have? The answers you have for this question decides your relationship with your child. Really look. Why are you having this child? And even, do you need to? Who would like to share why you're having this child? And this is an inquiry, okay? You may have an answer now, you may not have an answer, but I invite you all to create a powerful answer in a way. See, all the answers that we have, right? Oh, because I'll get old, I'm already 33, so I should have. Or my in-laws are expecting, so I should have. These kind of answers, the focus is on you. And when the focus is on you, what kind of relationship you'll have with that child? Yeah. So who would like to share? Yes, please. Can you stand up so the person with the mic can come to you? Yeah.
Should we prepare for it?
For the second question, why do you want this child?
I have a first child already. I wanted him to have a company.
Yeah.
And also, the first pregnancy, I didn't know how to connect with the child. But this time, I read a book with a doctor who authored Dr. Andal, to talk to your child, to connect with your child, to, I can see a version of myself with him or her. So that's what motivated me. This time I want to enjoy, to connect, to know the actual experience of what it is to have someone inside me who's listening to me, who is someone who knows me by heart from the beginning.
Yes, Sunna. Thank you so much for sharing. See, I think you've covered two spaces. One is you want to have the child for the first child, which is not wrong. But what you want to make the child see is that you are having the child for that child, not for anybody else. It's only then the child experiences your loving them. Later when they're born, we wonder, why they're not sharing with us, why they're not connecting. It's because we don't have that powerful relationship. So, and Sumana, you also shared that this time you really want to connect. And that's the opportunity to connect. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So, but what you want to look is, am I having this child for the child's sake without any other reason? If you can drop off the other reasons that you have in this pregnancy, your opportunity to have an extraordinary relationship is available. Yeah, the next thing I want you to look at is, what is your current relationship with your parents? How many of you think, I don't want to do like how my dad did? Please raise your hands. Just participate, okay? None of you think this is, oh yeah, thanks. I don't want to do how my dad pushed me. I'm not going to do that to my son or my daughter or how my mom did. Trust me, if we do not transform that, we will exactly do that to our children. What you don't want or what you resent about your parents, you will bring that in your relationship with your children. So, how many of you really have a complete relationship with your parents? Or you experience distance with them? See, this is for you to really look, okay? If you don't have a great relationship with your parents, it comes a lot in the way of your parenting, in the way of you connecting with your child and your child connecting with you. So I'm really inviting you all, take a moment, look, what is your current relationship with your parents? Please write it down. Maybe you may work, you may not work, but at least you're aware. And it could be something like, he did not allow me to study medicine. Even that is a distance between your parents. As simple as a thought like that is a distance between your parents. Just really look, what is my current relationship with my parents? Let's now look at what is the relationship you have with yourself. How do you relate to yourself? Look, how do you relate to yourself? Whatever you have, isn't that's what can we give somebody else? Can we give something we don't have, or can we give something what we have? You'll only give your child what you have, right? Look, what do you have? Who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? I never knew I blackmail people, okay? My husband told me once, but I didn't get it. But after my son's born, and especially now that he's 4, he says, I'm not going to eat this. Immediate statement. I'm not going to send you to play. I just totally blackmail him. And I never realized. And now he's also started blackmailing. And where did he pick that from? He picked it from me. He picked it from the way I interact with him. And how did I give him blackmail? Because that's who I am. That's what I have. I want you to really look at what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. You will pass on both to your child. You may like it, you may not like it, but you will pass on without your awareness. I was not even aware. And this is just one thing, okay? There are many. Really look, take a moment. If you do this work now, tomorrow, do you know what is the current scenario in the world, especially with the social media? Children do not go to parents if they are dealing with something. Do you go? Where do you go first? At least when you were a teenager, whom were you going to when you were dealing with something? Your friends or your parents? Yeah. Why? Because we haven't created that, even me, same with me. We haven't created that space and that relationship with our parents that we are free to go talk anything, that we are accepted for our mistakes. The world now, especially the kids are turning to peers. They are going to their peers and they are seeking guidance from their peers. Because what can you expect from a 12-year-old guiding the other 12-year-old? What kind of guidance? Oh, she says, I think that guy is looking at me and The other friend will say, yes, yes, why don't you go and say hi, or why don't you add him to your account? That's what they know. The child, for their extraordinary life, needs an adult, nurturing adult. A nurturing adult relationship is critical for your child to connect with you. And these are all the ways you're creating your child. See, if you believe in law of karma, the child chooses you. You don't choose your child. The child chooses you if this family can protect what I want to fulfill. But you can nurture that child, you can create that child, you can support that child in fulfilling their path on this earth. But if you are not having this attachment relationship with your child, if you're not able to be this nurturing adult around, they will soon get disconnected. And you guys are in great space, because this is just the beginning. This is the opportunity for you. And the first 3 years that you have with your child are extraordinary opportunities to connect with your child, to build this attachment, to build this space that I can go back to them. They cannot speak, they cannot, communicate to you, and you must be wondering what will happen if I talk before them. No, everything gets registered in their space. Whatever you do. I just want to share a small thing. I was pregnant in 5th month, my first time. I had a serious fight with my husband. I was super angry with him. And then I just came into my room and I said, I don't think I can take care of you. In intense anger, I came into my room and told my baby that I don't think so I can take care of you. And I went for the next scan. There was no baby inside. There was no baby alive inside. What you speak, especially the intensity with you speak, the baby gets it. I'm just sharing here so that none of you have to go through that. Pregnancy is in-laws may support you, your husband may not be available to do. Whatever could be there, if you can partner each other and make this journey for your child an extraordinary opportunity. And this is an extraordinary opportunity to connect. Because once the child is out of the womb, there are many external influences. Your baby is not under yours. The many media. And I also want to give a caution. I didn't have this in mind. Please do not have iPads or feed with the iPads, at least till the baby is 3, 4, because I have seen a lot of kids not speaking because their social interaction is less, especially the babies who were born in the COVID time. I meet 3, 4 babies just because they were more with iPad. So please do avoid that. So I really want to look at this question, okay, very deep, and then I will do a practice. How do I want this relationship with my child? What kind of father do I want to be? And for after 10 years or 20 years, for him to come and share his life with you, who do you need to be now? You can't expect him to come and say everything, share his success, share his breakdowns, share his silly stuff with you if you are not being that now. So please inquire into this question, and I do offer free sessions to people. I feel this work every couple deserves. So I do these programs for free. If any of you need any support and guidance on this, you're free to reach out on this. Yeah. So I'm going to do a small practice with you. Before that, I'll give a little background. See, we are all interconnected human beings. Whether you like it or not, whether we want it or not, there are certain universal laws governing us. And one of the laws is that we're all interconnected. And the second law is whatever you like in the other person, that's there in you. and whatever you don't like in the other person, how can you recognize something? How can you recognize jealousy? Tell me. Can you recognize jealousy without knowing it? You will have to experience jealousy to see that, right? Did you all watch a Jackie Chan movie where a Coca-Cola falls from the sky? I forgot the movie name. Yeah, Who Am I? I think, right? Yeah. He doesn't, you and I know it's a Coca-Cola bottle, but he doesn't recognize, and that tribes, so they believe that something from the universe has come to them. You can only recognize anger, jealousy, or love, whatever is the emotion, only when you have it. So the second law is, whatever you don't like in the other human being, it's there where you are. And the other human being is only showing a mirror of who you are. So initially when I got married, I used to think, I don't get angry. And then I thought, because I married this guy, all my anger is coming now. Really, I lived like that. I thought he created anger in me. But after years of inner work, I discovered anger was already there. He just helped it to come to surface so that I can work. So you want to really get whatever your wife is throwing at you, whatever your husband's throwing at you, it's there in you for you to work out. So in fact, you should actually thank them. Now I thank him, not them. So that's the second law, okay, based on which this practice works. The third law is the law of karma. Whatever you sow, you reap. I didn't have kids for 11 years. I sowed. I have now, I sowed. It's nothing to do with my husband. It's nothing to do with my family generation in your family. This has happened. That's why I have no kids. Nothing like that. Nothing to do with any doctor. Nothing to do with environment. It's total your responsibility. So this is the third law based on which this practice works. So what this practice is called Ho'oponopono. How many of you have heard of this practice? Are you familiar? Ho'oponopono? Yes. So this is a Hawaiian practice. What they do in this practice is, so I'll give you a little story so that you really discover the value of this practice. In short, there was a Hawaiian mental prisoners hospital. So one of the psychiatrists was requested to come there, because any doctor who goes to that prison hospital cannot stay for more than 4 days. Even the paint on the wall wouldn't stick, because that's how intense, because they were prisoners, right? And they're also mental on top of that. So paint also wouldn't stick. So a lot of doctors would come, go, and finally they requested one man, and then he offered to come. And then he would never meet any patients. He never met any patient. But every day he would open the file of all the patients, and then he would look at the file, and then he would look at what is there that this person has come into my life. What is he trying to teach me? How come did I end up with this prisoner? And then he would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, I thank you. And he would say these statements to his inner child. When I say inner child, all that unhealed part of yourself. See, from childhood, a lot of things have been told to us, right? Don't be like this, don't do like that. Somebody said you're dark, somebody said you're short, somebody said you're not good at maths. Different ways you and I have carried pain in ourselves. Each of the human being here, each of you sitting here have carried that pain. And that pain is called, that's a whole unhealed part of ourselves, right? And that pain, that unhealed part of ourselves we call as inner child. And so this man would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. What is that statement every day to his inner child? With all the patient's file, he would do that. And he did that for 4 years. And in 4 years, without seeing a single patient, that mental hospital was closed because there were no more mental prisoners. The moment this man healed himself, prisoners there got healed. So what you want to get is, if you're trying to change your son or change your daughter, it will not work. Of course, you need to be, as a responsible parent, do what's required. But what can really bring transformation in your life is you looking at what needs to be healed where I am. So in that context, everybody please close your eyes. And I will keep creating some statements. You can create with your own. Basically, you're saying, sorry, I love you, please forgive me, I thank you, to your unhealed self. And I want you to take this area. See, you can do this with any area of your life. But here in the context of pregnancy, I want you to take this area of relationship with my child. You're creating, okay, I am doing this in the context of creating an extraordinary relationship with my child. So you can close your eyes. I will give you 1 or 2 moments to create your intention. Please close your eyes. If anybody is not willing to do, it's your choice. But I do request, because I know you're all committed parents and I know you all want extraordinary relationship. Please do the work. Take a moment to create an intention. Tell your inner child, you're doing this work to create oneness with your child, to be available for that baby, to listen to that baby. And now, you ask your inner child permission to do this work. Just hug yourself. Just cross your arms and hug yourself. Give love to your inner child. Give a tight hug as if you've met a best friend after years. You haven't seen this inner child. You haven't seen this little child in you for a long time. And this child's been waiting for your love. Nobody is watching you, really. Do not imagine, do it. Start coming from love. You're experiencing love right now. Tell this inner child, I acknowledge you for the first time. Your presence in me. This is the first time I am aware that you're a part of me. Say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the pain I have stored in you. I'm sorry for all the stories I made up, for all the sorrows that you experienced, for all that you had to go through and I was not available for you. I'm really sorry. Like you're owning, like you are owning completely for everything that's happening. No one else is responsible. Like that. Now, standing in that responsibility, ask forgiveness. Please forgive me. When I'm around this person, I experience an annoyance or an irritation, or when I am in this situation, I experience upset, pain, or guilt, and I don't know what is all that about. I don't recollect all the memories. But now, today, I choose to let go of all that memories. I'm really sorry for holding on to all that for years together. And I take responsibility for the limitations I put on you, for the walls I created for you. You can't sing, you can't dance, you can't be like that. I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. All that limitations. You're really sorry for that. I choose to let go of all that. I choose to release you from all this burden, the guilt, the shame, seeking approval. Our whole lives are about seeking approval. I'm forgiving all that. No one, no circumstance has brought this pain in my life. It's all me. I let go of everything. And now you're giving love to this inner child. Hey, I love you. You're worthy of all the love in the world. You are an extraordinary human being. You deserve all the power and joy. I'm there for you. I'm going to stand for you. And this love is setting you free. Gently be connected with yourself. Notice how you're giving love to your little child. And now, I thank you. I thank all the experiences, all the opportunities to help me connect with my little friend. We now have a beautiful life ahead. Thank you, universe, for everything. You're now restored in love. You can exhale. You can do 7 inhalations and 7 deep exhalations. Just experience that feeling of letting go. With each inhale, allow love. With each exhale, keep letting go. So when you're done, you can slowly open your eyes. So this is a practice you can take on to do every day. I'll share this message with Shilpi if any of you want. She can forward it to you. What you want to get is, this helps you connect with your child. Any distance between you and your child slowly will start disappearing. Yeah. And having said, you can never be a perfect parent. You want to really get that. How much ever work you do, how much ever I do a lot of work. And then my son, when he speaks suddenly in a stubborn way or a rude way, I wonder, all the work that I did, where did it go? It's not that your child will turn great, or I'm not even talking about the outcome. When you do this kind of work, you have the power to deal with any situation that comes your way. Anyhow your child behaves, whatever, fever, cold, whatever they have, you're just going to deal with. My husband panics for every hurt that my child has. I don't, because I know I can deal with it. So you want to really get. Also, one more thing, Dr. Shilpi can also say, the source of later illness in life, all the illness that come in future, these 0 to 7 years are the foundational years. If you notice people who are addicted, they also come from not having a nurturing adult in their space. So you really want to, if you're creating that kind of future for your child, there is work for you as parents. Not like you have to sit and struggle, but there's work to cleanse yourself. There's work to look at what is in the way of me and my child. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. And I wish you a great... And Shilpi has been talking about a lot of responsibility for the world. The biggest responsibility that you have, all of you here have, is raising a child that can create love, peace in the world. It's in your hands. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you all for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much for that lovely words of inspiration on creating your children. And thank you so much, moms to be and dads to be, for being patient. So this is the first step of being patient, so that from now you will be patient enough in raising up the child. And you have to be patient. All right. Thank you so much. We will take a quick 15-minute break and we will come back 15 minutes. 15 minutes is 15 minutes only. Don't extend it to 16, 17. Outside there's high tea and snacks. Get yourself some refreshments. All right. And once again, on a caution, if you are feeling uncomfortable anywhere, you can definitely be assisters around. There's ambulance outside, so you can rest assured for yourself. And yes, the high tea and snacks have been served. And thank you so much. We'll see you after 15 minutes. Thank you. All right, humble request for all moms to be and dads to be. Please come inside the hall so that we are starting it now. 15 minutes is already done long back, but we have been generous enough understanding moms to be and dads to be. Humble. Yeah.
Hello all. I hope everybody's come inside. Anybody who's outside, please come inside. There's some announcements. And Life Cell International umbilical cord stem cell banking people have had offers for the pregnant moms, and there's a free baby stroller for every enrollment in this month of November. The stroller worth is around 2,500 rupees, and every enrollment in this month will have a free stroller, and the first winner will have free stem cell preservation for 21 years, which is worth about 60,000. The second runner-up will have free initial payment, which includes testing and processing for 1 year, worth of 20,000 rupees. And the second runner-up will have stem, match and family floater free upon enrollment, which is worth about 20,000 rupees. So these are the goodies that moms will get from LifeCell, and every enrollment will have a free baby stroller. And looking for good participation, looking for questions, and looking for interaction. Anshul is the in charge for anybody who wants to get enrolled for a free photo shoot for underwater, pre-underwater photo shoot. I think we will close on 15 entries only, and the photographer will choose the pregnant woman, and that will be free of cost, and anybody can contact Anshul regarding that.
Check, thank you. All right, I hope you had a good high tea, all moms and dads to be. Thank you so much. Without taking any more time, I would like to call upon Shakuntala Madam on the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shakuntala Madam. She's a yoga teacher, she's a therapist, she's a cancer coach, she's a counselor. She had found her path for healing in yoga. We are so happy to have you, such a wonderful person here. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, madam.
How's everyone feeling? All stomach is warmed up with chai, kapi, yeah, and some fruit. I am very happy to be here. Just this morning, I came to know that I am going to be here. I didn't expect such a beautiful gathering, so vibrant, and I see happy mother faces. I also see happy father faces. Okay, not dragged in, but happy father faces. If not this, I would have had a very different Sunday, going for a haircut, going for a brunch, but I'd rather be here than what I would have done. So by profession, I teach yoga. I teach yoga to people who are healthy, people who want to, get healthier, better. I also teach yoga to people who are recovering from something, people who have some kind of chronic issues. But I'm not here to talk about what I do. Okay, so I'd like to talk about yourself, ourselves, right? So taking a concept from the literature, ancient Indian literature, I would like to talk about what they say we are made of. Okay, some of the concepts are very similar to the two speakers who spoke before me, but bear with me, right? So they say we are made with 5 sheets, layers, sheets, 5 entities, 5, what can I say, parts of us. This is not anatomy, physiology, not leg, head and all that, but this is on a energetical level, right? So the outside most evident part of us is what they call as Annamaya. Okay? I'll try also not to use too much of Sanskrit words. Okay? So the outside part of us, which is evident to the world, which exchanges with the world, which grows, which changes in size, shape, how it looks, how it presents us to the world, is our body. The ever-changing body, right? It is never the same. Yesterday, today is different. This all you mothers will know. Right now you will know. Morning to evening you will change. Right? How you feel your body is so different. Right? And imagine in the 9 months and post. Right? There is so much of change that you yourself are seeing. Right? So they say Annam is not only, like I'm Telugu. So in lot of South Indian languages you have Annam is food, is the food that we put inside us. Okay? It is not only the physical food, it is also what eats. So the body needs food to be able to be the food for something else, which is the internal organs, right? So look at it like that, right? So there comes, what are we actually putting inside ourselves? Right? I am not going to talk about vegetarianism, non-vegetarianism, veganism or anything like that, right? But what is going inside us? Is it helping us? Is it nourishing us truly? Or is it making us feel happy because, oh, we ate, I was just talking to Isaac, right? Both of us are from Hyderabad, okay? It was a very cool thing for me growing up to have midnight biryani, right? God knows how horrible it was, right? Did nothing to me. But what it did was, it made me a cool girl, right? 12 o'clock I can eat biryani. My parents let me stay outside, right? And I can eat. I have a good appetite. Next morning I will wake up and I'll go to work. But what did it do to me? Nothing. Zilch. Right? So, am I eating what is needed for my body? Okay? You can be eating fruit, you can be eating soup. It's your choice. But the question that you need to ask, that when it goes inside you, is how is it helping me? How is it nourishing me? What is it going to do to me? Okay? How am I taking care of my own self? It's not about, am I growing a paunch? Am I going to get a bicep? I am not at all going to that side. I am not talking about protein powders, supplements, vitamin D, nothing. I am only saying, nature has given us excellent opportunities to be nourished from that, and that is enough, right? Unfortunately, we are all living, I live in a complex which is surrounded by complexes, surrounded by more complexes. So, I don't know what nature is. Only in my balcony I see some nature, right? But I can't eat everything from my balcony, not enough food to feed 3 people in the family, right? So, I still have to buy stuff, but the choice I make to buy, to eat what I eat, that is what we have to look at. Okay? So I also work with a lot of families who are below poverty line, who have some kind of conditions that they go through, right? So I work with an NGO. So one of the things that a lot of people come and say is, you should have this fruit, you should have that fruit, and it twists my intestines to think that somebody who's below poverty line goes looking for a kiwi fruit, goes looking for apple, which is what the cost of it is there, the whole meal for that day. So we also don't have to do things like that. Eat what is available to you, eat what your body is saying, I can keep it and it is helping me. right? Food that helps you sustain your health, food that helps you, very important, maintain your biological rhythm of eating and elimination the next morning. Food that doesn't give you things like acidity, you know, very common these days. 99% of my students have acidity, okay? Doesn't give you constipation, right? If you identify it, don't eat it. Nobody is forcing you to do these things, okay? So, there is a lot of research that plant-based food is good for all the human beings on this earth, right? So, we are no different. As much as possible in your daily life, have as many vegetables and fruits as you can have, as you have access to. And to all the mothers here, mothers to be here, have what you can keep down. Okay? If your health permits, if your state of mind permits, right? If your taste, your palate permits you, have food that will help you, help your body adapt to the changes that are happening inside you. Okay? And the changes that are happening in your fetus, in your baby. Okay? And continue to do that. Don't do it only now. Continue to do it. Because every time, every day is a day that we can bring in a new change. Right? Every day is a day that we can say, okay, this is something that I don't have to do. I can do it next day. We can always, like how the sun comes in the morning and goes away, we also wake up the way we are, function that day, and that night if you feel, okay, this is something that I think I want to stop doing it, stop it. Then do it, don't do it the next day. So there is no retribution, there is nobody sitting somewhere and saying, you did this yesterday, so you are going to be punished. Nobody is saying that. We can change every day. So if you are bringing in a new pattern, a new habit which is healthy for you, continue to do it. Not as a fad, but continue to do it for yourself, for your children, for your family. Right? There are many yoga texts which talk about how it is the woman's right and duty to take care of herself, to do yoga, to be, when I'm saying yoga, I'm not talking about asana, I'm talking about yoga in a larger sense, right? So, to do that, because a woman is Shakti, and woman carries the progeny of the generations. So, it is not just a practice that we are talking to do at this point in time, but to do it all the time as part of your lifestyle. All right? So the next layer that we talk about is called pranamaya. Okay? Now this one is, what can I say? Not visible. Unless you're a doctor and you have cut somebody's insides and you see it. Okay? I have not seen my intestines. I have felt it when there is a pain. I have felt my lungs only when I breathe a lot, or when I'm doing something where I'm huffing and puffing and can't breathe anymore. I feel my lungs. But I have no clue what's inside me. But that is, in a tangible sense, pranamaya. But that exactly is not pranamaya. Pranamaya is your energy. Now who's telling that when you get pregnant, your hip has to become wider? Who's telling that? Who's telling the body? So the body has an intelligence to do it. Okay? We can only be in amazement of how the body changes to invite this new, person to grow inside you. And everything in your body changes just for that. Okay? And even after the baby is outside you, the body still continues to control you. but inside you, the control is so much more evident. It's a visceral body experience. Okay, that is the pranamaya. Now, what is the one element of pranamaya that we feel that we do every day? Correct. Yeah. So, breath is the one thing that indicates that we arrived, that indicates we are leaving. Right? Yeah. So, and that is the one thing in between we totally forget. Right? So, working with the body, I'll go back, step back to Annamaya. We can work with the body through whatever form that you choose. There are many things. You can choose to do asana, you can choose to do walking, you can choose to do climbing stairs, pilates, gym, swimming, anything. You are spoiled for choices, right? But what do you do with pranamaya? We are all breathing. You can say, oh, we are all breathing. What is this? Right? I know I'm alive because I'm sitting here. Breathing is happening automatically, but that's not enough. Absolutely not enough. Okay? Because the automatic function of the body will happen. Whether you like it or not, it will happen. Right? Until you're all medically fine, it will happen. But why the importance to breathing? Okay? I will quickly step to the third one, which is called Manomaya, which is to do with mind. Okay? Now, when they wrote these texts long ago, they did not look at mind as the cognitive mind, as the brain, but they looked at mind as the heart and mind, both. Okay? It's both, like, just to simplify it, looked at it both as thought and emotion. Belief, behavior. Some of these, just hold these words. Okay? So, did any of you see your mind? No? Did you experience your mind? How do you experience your mind? By thoughts. Okay. How many thoughts you have? One thought. Sorry? Multiple thoughts. Okay. Take a number. 5 thoughts. No. How many thoughts? Yeah, infinity. I have many, many thoughts. Okay, at one stage in mind. So, where are the thoughts going? Anyway. So, mind is not, it's within me, but it's outside me. I have no clue where it is. Okay? How can you make your mind in some way tangible? Sorry? Focus on something. You're getting to my secret. Anything else? Meditation. Okay. Okay? Can you say something which is not very generic? What do you do to focus on your mind? Concentration. On what? On what you're doing. Be very specific. Say something very, very specific that you have done. Sorry, someone said mobile. The mobile is controlling, or the mind is controlling, or you are controlling. Mobile is, no. On your breath. Do you do that? Then I will come down now. Then finished. This talk is finished. Yeah. So, yeah, one of the ways that they say that you can control your mind, this is a possibility, hypothetical possibility, is if you are able to focus on your breath. Okay? And then next step of distant possibility is the hope that the millions of thoughts that are there will come down to lakhs, will come down to 10,000s and then to thousands, and then slowly come down and down and down. Okay? I guarantee you that whoever is becoming a mother second time, they will know this. Mother for the first time, your child can bring you down to zero thought. In a second, okay? In a second, your child can just strip you of all thoughts of everything and say, now, here, now. Okay? Yeah, I'm sure everyone who's a mother for the second time, who already has a child, will know this. Yeah. If you are not focusing on them, they will know it. I don't know how they know it. They just know it. You're looking at me, but you're not actually looking at me. Okay? They know it. Right? You're not listening to me. Or until you listen to them, they'll go bang, 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 bang. No, no, no. Child first. The child in her is doing that. Okay. Thankfully, the mother still has child in her. Yeah, so she can do that to you. Right? So, back to ourselves, right? How can we train ourselves to really bring our thoughts down? One of the ways is to breath, to do breath, right? Now you can also say, like, like some of you who are singers, okay, some of you who like to do, any artwork, handwork, embroidery, okay, or somebody who likes to play something, will say, when I'm doing that, I am fully focused, which is absolutely fine. It's correct. When you are cooking, you're fully focused. So your breath is quiet unless you're cooking something that you don't want to cook, or, things like that. But in a very normal situation where everything is fine, is absolutely okay, you are able to focus on what you're doing, right? And when you do it, it's also called mindfulness. Okay? You'll hear a lot of these words, right? When you're doing something that you like, it could be reading the paper, it could be just folding clothes, as mundane as folding clothes, okay? Or going on a nice long drive where your mind is really devoid of a lot of thoughts, right? Now, I will ask a question. Why should the mind be devoid of thoughts? The function of mind is to have thoughts. Why should we not have thoughts? You can say creative. Yeah, creative is multiple thoughts. Why should we not have thoughts? Why should we work towards not having thoughts? I heard somebody in the morning say that they don't take stress at all. Who's that person? You. Oh my God. What do you do? What do you do? How can you not take stress? Fantastic husband, is it? Full credit to husband. Yeah. You avoid it. Good strategy. Avoid everyone who you don't want. Avoid everything you don't want. That's a good strategy. Can't work all the time. Yeah? Okay? So, why do we work with the mind and the breath? Is so that we allow only the thoughts that help us, okay, directly, indirectly, and filter out thoughts that do not help us in any way. Okay? What will happen if you have a thought that's not helping us? Okay? We all have Bollywood in our mind, right? We all have Bollywood, Tollywood, whatever. Somebody I'm passing and I know that person doesn't, I say hello, person doesn't say hello back. What are the things I can think? What does he think of himself? Huh? So disrespectful. Why is he not looking at me? Why is he not responding? I have to say hello, he is not saying hello. Huh? I'll remember this. When he has work, I know. So all this will go on. What will this do? Over a period, doing this repeatedly. What's happening? I'm looking at you, but I want to kill you. When I see you, I only want to kill. I'll smile. Very nice yoga smile I will give you. But inside is full, weapons are all coming out. Okay? That's what stress can do to us. Okay? We are all in a stage, not me, all of you, okay, in a stage where you're carrying a precious life. There are all stages that you're in, whether you're in whichever month you're in, whichever trimester you're in, okay. What do you want to put inside you? What do you want to put inside your mouth, your stomach, in your mind, in your heart? Okay? You can avoid a lot of things. You can ignore. You can react. You can respond. You can use all the psychological methods to deal with things that you don't like, right? But what's the best thing that one can do is to say, okay, I am feeling hurt, to acknowledge. How can we get to that? Unless we are clear about it, unless our mind is at a state where I can see things clearly. Unless we are able to acknowledge that, okay, this is something I'm going through and let me experience this emotion, okay, I will act out. Then it is on the other person, right? But jokes apart, to be able to cope with that kind of stress, to be able to cope with news that you will receive, the anticipation of the whole process, okay? And as a parent, moment to moment anticipation of what's going to come, right? Okay? So that is why it is important that we are in a state of mind that the mind is not controlling us, but we are able to rein it in. Through some effort, we are able to rein it in so that whatever we are doing, we are acting not out of an impulse, okay, but acting it out of a certain clarity. Okay, it sounds well, all high funda, but take a moment to think about what were the things that you did impulsively. Impulsively, like, give you an example. How many of you have acidity? Just take a acidity. Oh my God. Just 4, 5, is it? No. Okay. How many teas did you have? Did you all have tea? No. Coffee. Coffee you had. Okay. 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 That's a little impulsive. Yeah? Yeah. So, we do a lot of things out of our impulses, out of our sense, sense of taste. We like something which is really arranged beautifully, so we just want to go gobble it. Okay? All that happens. But, again, when you make it yours, before you make it yours, by putting it in your mouth or through your senses, how is this helping you? How is this nourishing you? That's the most important thing. Okay? You know, Divya also spoke about a few things, but something that Dr. Shilpi said is minimalism. Okay? Minimalism is to do what is needed for you. That's all. Okay? And it is so against many of the things that we have been doing. But to look at it as take what you need. And what is not needed for you, just leave it there. Let it be for somebody else. To have that courage, to have that resolve, okay, it is a practice to do it. Okay? Back to the breath. This is all getting heavy. She's saying something else. Okay? Alright. So let's do a little bit of a breath practice. I see the children getting impatient. That's okay. They are now getting a little bored. Okay? Those who don't have to manage children, I'd like you all to just try this for a couple of minutes. I am inviting both the fathers and the mothers to do it. Mothers, I would like you to keep your hands under your belly. Okay, both your hands under the belly. The fathers, if you have a pot belly, under it. If you don't have, on it. Okay, if you are equally pregnant as your wife, under it. Yeah, longer, right? Harder work. That is correct. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah. Okay. So, just close your eyes. If you would like to not close your eyes and you're curious, you can look at the floor. Okay, so now I just want you to breathe in, breathe out. Do what you always do every day, moment to moment. But I want you to consciously feel your breath entering your nostrils. Even if it's cold because of the AC, but feel it at the nostrils. When you are breathing out, again feel it at the nostrils. You don't have to breathe long or deep. But if your breath is becoming long, let it become long. Every time a new thought or an old thought comes, park it on the side, go back to your breath at the tips of your nostrils. Now bring your hands back to your thighs or knees, wherever they were earlier, and open your eyes. Were you able to focus on your nostrils? You were able to. Okay. What happened? What happened when you were breathing in? What happened when you were breathing out? Few things, some of you can say. So my voice helped you to attend. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Anything that happened? Yes, please. I think will you need a mic? I think your voice is a little low. Shall I go? Thank you, Isaac. Okay. Do you want to
Check,
try
yeah.
just saying it a little louder? Okay. Please go
I
ahead.
think
Yeah.
it's working.
Thanks.
Sorry for that. Yeah, can you raise your hand, whomsoever it is? Thank you.
Hi, so since we were focusing on breathing, right, so we could control our unnecessary thoughts and keep our mind calm and fresh for that interval.
Okay. So you were able to move away the unnecessary thoughts, but you kept the necessary thoughts. Did you do that?
No, we were
No.
just focusing.
You were able to keep away the thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if the focus was going outside, again we were trying to
It
come
kept
back.
coming. You were able to bring it back. That's good. Thank you. Anyone else? Isaac. Okay.
I just feel relaxed and refreshed after opening my eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Somewhere here in the front.
If that's okay, if you could please stand up so that I can figure out your way. Thank you.
I was just trying to swim and dash through whatever it is coming. I'm just pushing away, and I don't know. It's like swimming towards a white light or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You felt meditative.
Yeah. So I was just going straight. That's it. Whatever is coming through, it's just passing away like just the waves of the water.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody else from this side? No?
Yeah, at the
There's
back.
someone in the back there. Yeah.
If that's okay, if you could please stand up so that we can come to you easier. Yeah, thank you.
Initially, I heard your voice in my brain, and something in my forehead, it was vibrating, and I felt I'm falling by my side, right
Okay.
side or left side or something.
Were you feeling very rested?
Yes,
Okay.
I felt relaxed.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. If there is nobody else, I'd like to. Oh, we have one more person. Isaac.
Okay. If that's okay, if you could please stand up, we can figure out wherever you are. Yeah. Yes, sir. Please stand up. Thank you.
Yeah, so my question is, so at this point, during this time it was okay, means we were able to concentrate and eradicate all the thoughts, but in day-to-day activities, we generally, we will be focusing on some other thing.
Yeah.
So we, really can't do that, right? So any other tip, or this is the only way we can? Means, I don't know if my question is clear.
So I'll say the question. You correct me if I didn't get it. So you're saying that on a day-to-day basis, how do we do it?
Exactly, yeah. So this point, I think during this 1 minute or 2 minutes or so,
Correct.
Yeah, we are able to, and even if any thought is coming, so able to keep that aside and concentrate. But
Yes,
in
I
day-to-day,
got your question. So very good question. If there are no more sharings, I'll respond to that question. Okay. So first, to stay with this experience of whatever everyone has had, how can we take it outside into our day-to-day life? Okay. Look at those 5 minutes in the day, not 5 minutes, start with 1 minute in the day, where you are able to stay still, cut down all the activities. Okay. 1 minute that you can steal from your daily life. Just a minute out of the 24 hours to say, I'm going to spend this 1 minute in just focusing on my breath, which is actually my only true friend. I will take that 1 minute in the day. Okay? So whether it is right after you wake up, whether it is before going to bed, whether it is waiting for something to happen. Okay? See if you can do that. Does that make sense to you? Yeah? Okay. So all the and our lifestyle. So when we start using when we start getting more conscious about what we are wearing and how we are feeling about it, that creates a lot of lifestyle change. So I guess a lot of people in the group have written about stress and stress management. So on days that you're feeling very stressed, do also notice what you're wearing. So one more thing that I have realized, because I have twins of my own and they go to school, they're 6 years old. When they go to school, we are dressing them up in a lot of polyester and non-organic fabrics. And when they come back home and they're like super cranky, what we first tell them is like, go wash your hands, like change into your home wear. Most of our traditional home wear is made in cotton. Even if it's not handloom, it's still cotton. So that itself changes their mood and behavior to a large extent. Even when we come back home tired from our work, and if we're wearing non-organic handlooms or non-organic fabrics, we definitely feel a lot of agitation in our skin. But the minute we come home, freshen up and change into our comfortable clothing, which is always soft and cotton or something on that note, we feel different. So that is one change that we are trying to create with our handloom industry. Now also one more thing is that, we think that, okay, fine, we are only wearing it on top of our skin. But there are a lot of these chemicals which are used in these handloom, in these non-organic fabrics, which make them go through a lot of changes in the fabric. That is like non-wrinkle and stretch and those kind of factors that add to our fabrics in a way that it does cut down our time in our day-to-day daily life, where we dress up and we don't have to spend time on ironing them and going on washing them again and again. But then at a later state in life, we realize that these things enter our body through our skin. And especially for mothers, when they have their children, there is a possibility that these chemicals enter your skin and go into your womb also. Once you even deliver your child, sometimes you see all these babies start nibbling on mother's clothing or their own clothing. With that, all this chemical starts going into their skin as well. So we have to be very mindful about what clothing we are wearing, because today, what little changes we can make in our life will serve us a lot going ahead. And we are just trying to make those small changes in our life and try to make fashion also more sustainable, where we don't have to keep buying again and again and trying to it's not about repeating your garment, but when you start feeling comfortable in your skin, you also feel more confident in the way you go out. So even when you're repeating your garments, you do not feel bad about it. That's why if you see our traditional households, a lot of silk saris which are handloomed are passed on to generations and they do not wear out. And there are a lot of possibilities of making different outfits through these saris. So this time we have used Narayanpet weaves, and we have used our collection around the Ramappa temple in Warangal. We have tried to use the whole Shiva avatar by trying to replicate the Rudraksh in our weaves and the dancing dolls in the sculptures, and also create a lot of temple weaves. Now Narayanpet fabrics are again very breathable, very lightweight, and have like these heavy, rich looking borders. So what I have done this time particularly, we have only used Narayanpet fabrics and tried to create different outfits using saris, so that tomorrow you forward to creating these garments. And the good part about this fashion show is that Dr. Shilpi has been really kind. So she is going to be giving all these 40 garments to the contestants and they can take it back home. Plus, we also have another line of 10 finalists who will be draped in beautiful silk saris, which also they can take back home with them. So all the garments provided in the fashion show will be taken back by the contestants. And I am really happy and excited to see you all on the floor. And all the best to all of you.
And thank you, Dr. Shilpi, for this opportunity for the 6th time to be a part of Cuddles Mrs. Mom Season 6 and create these beautiful garments for all these people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mansi. So one thing that I wanted to tell everybody is, whatever you wear, whatever you use, there is everything that is going to the baby also. And no wonders we've seen microplastics in the placenta, in the baby also, in certain places of the world where they have discovered microplastics inside the mother's womb. So this is the level of plastics that we are using. This is the level of, things that are contaminating our bodies. So just be mindful, watchful wherever possible. The routine clothes that you use should be good and should be reusable, should be breathable, should be of organic dyes. Because 90% of the time we wear routine clothes and only 10% of the time for an occasion that we wear outside. So outside clothes. So it's very important that you be watchful, because you're going to be moms and you're going to be parents in future where you would see children handling all these effects. So then you can't realize all of a sudden. So that's why we made Mrs. Mom, so that pregnancy itself will be a life-changing, time in anybody's life. So outside there's a photo booth and you have to give one single photograph, and along with your husband also. It's family or kids, yes, it's a mandatory picture that we keep with us. And any doubts, anything, you can just ask so that we will have an open round of discussion. Any questions? So I request everybody to maintain timings so that you come early, you can go early. Today the session started late, so it is ending on a later side. It's very, very important. For the yoga session, we start early in the morning and please be on time. So the early we start, on time we end, and we have to go see our patients in OPD. It's Sunday, we don't have OPDs, we are very lucky, but then next 2 weeks, we would be having OPDs on Saturdays. So we would want to end the event by 12 o'clock and hit the hospital by 12:30, 1 o'clock, so that at least till 5, 6 I can see patients. So we would like to balance our, work with all these activities. And it's pregnancy, labor and delivery at any given point in time. You all can come to the hospital, we'll be available there. All services will be as such happening, and even if there is somebody in labor, active labor, somebody would talk for me and I would attend labor, so that's not a problem. So be vigilant and be on time, and if anything is there that you want us to correct on, do tell us. Any of your allied whether it is Nirmala, whether it is Pratima, whether it is Shija or Rani or Anshul, all of us will be approachable. You can ask us for any doubts if you have. Anything that in particularly that you want us to do, us to talk on, we will definitely take it forward. So you can give us topics also. Anyways, we are all connected with one group. So in the group itself, you can message that whatever topics that you want us to talk. If it is there in our list, anyways, it will go according to the program. If it is not there in the list, we will incorporate, because that is the purpose for which we are doing this event. And this event should be a fulfilling event for everybody. So thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming. Take the pictures. Happy memories. And looking forward for next Saturday morning, 8 o'clock. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for yourself. You have been an amazing mom to be and dad. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful time, all right? But don't rush, go one after the other, because even if you rush there, photographer will click one picture at a time. You all go and push the photographer, he will fall down, okay? So there will not be anybody to take pictures. So we want you to go, everybody as a family after family, so that you'll get some good pictures. Be gentle enough. Till then you can enjoy. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you.